And let's get after this next one here, everybody. So with this question, here's what we want to do. It says, what is the area of the garden in square feet? So everyone, if we're trying to tackle this as swiftly as possible, can you tell me, when we are looking at the word area, the first question that we typically ask ourselves is, area of what shape? Everybody, what shape are we dealing with here? What shape is it? Yeah, we're dealing with a rectangle. There it is. First sentence. Cool. So immediately, I know that when I'm trying to find the area of this garden, it's a rectangle. And immediately, I'm going to write down that the area of a rectangle is going to be the length times the width. That's it right there. Length times width. Everybody, the length that we're given is 4 yards. I can point it out right over here. Let me just grab a blue highlighter. We have 4 yards by 6 yards. So I'm going to plug in the 4 right here and the 6 right there. And if I were to do that, I'm going to end up getting 24. But that is a little problem. And let me show you the most common mistake that people make on this problem right here. And then number 2, why it's such a hard mistake to come back from. Let me show you. Everyone, first off, let me just reveal to you, answer A is incorrect. It's not going to be 24. The reason for that is, everyone, what did they say they wanted the answer in? What is the area of the garden in square what? In square feet. When I take a look at what I have going on here, I remember that the 4 is yards. The 6, it's yards. That's a problem because I didn't calculate square feet. No. I just calculated 24 square yards. So that's a big issue. That is a big problem. Everyone, what am I supposed to do to get the correct answer from here? What do I have to do? I see someone saying here in the chat box that the conversion here is 1 yard equals 3 feet. That is absolutely correct. Absolutely. So everyone, is that what I'm going to do? Is that what I'm going to do? Just multiply by 3 and I'll be good? Yeah? Okay, let's see what happens when I multiply by 3. And this is about the point where a couple of people are going to get really annoyed with me. Watch this. So when I go ahead and take 24 and I multiply by 3, I end up getting 72. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6. Carry the 1 is going to give you 7. 72. Everybody, can you see that with your own eyes? We got 72 after multiplying by 3. Can we all see that? Yeah, we all see 72 there, but the problem is that's also incorrect. That is also going to be incorrect. Let me reveal why. Everyone, let's take a look at the formula again. Let's take a look at our length, which was 4 yards, and our width, which was 6 yards. Everyone, what do we do to convert yards to feet? Tell me again. Well, to convert yards to feet, we'll go ahead and do what we just did here, right? We'll go ahead and multiply by 3. So check this out. If I multiply the 4 by 3, I end up getting 12 yards. Or 12 feet, now that it's converted. However, everybody, I still have to multiply the width by 3 as well. Notice that this is still in yards. So I'll multiply by 3 again, and that's going to be 18 feet. One more time, everybody. Do you notice what I just did? Notice that I had to convert both of the dimensions, not just one of them multiplying by 3. That's why it's so hard to see after you've already calculated the area. It's so hard to see because if you see here, this is yards squared, not just regular yards, yards squared. That means, everyone, if you didn't know what squared means, it means that we have yards times yards. If we're going to convert both of those sets of yards, both of the dimensions need to be multiplied by 3. That's the biggest key to a problem like this. So really quick, if you're doing conversions with area or volume, be careful. Be very, very careful. Because if you are careful and you convert first, you'll notice that this is simply going to be 12 times 18. And once we do that, check it out. 18 times 12, 2 times 8, 16, carry the 1. 1 times 2 is 2, carry the 1 is 3. Bring down a 0, 8 times 1, 1 times 1, add it all up, and we end up getting 3 plus 8, that's 11, and then that's 2, and the area here is 216 square feet. And there we go. If you would have gotten answer choice A, that's because you didn't convert at all. If you got answer choice D, it means you tried to convert after calculating the area, and you didn't know that you had to multiply by 3 again. And that's why the correct answer here, everyone, is answer choice C. For anybody here who is mad and wants to run me out of town, get in line. I'm kidding. Hope you enjoyed this one, though. It was a really good one. All right, here, in this next question, everybody, what we're going to do is we're always going to begin by reading the question sentence first. So when we do that, what we see here is that it says, if the team has this many total players, how many are guards? Okay, so I'll write that down here. It says 96 total. 96 total. And then we're looking for blank guards. So notice the 96 total that they gave us is being compared with the number of guards that we're looking for. And that's not a coincidence, because when you take a look at the first sentence, it says on a basketball team, 5 out of every 12 players are guards. So look at that. We have the same things being compared in the same way. We see total to guards. And again, 12 players total, 5 of them are guards. That's what that first sentence tells us right here. 5 out of every 12 players are guards. So for every 12 players that you have, which is a total, 5 of them will be guards. So now that we're here, guess what? As long as we compare the same things in the same way, we'll be fine. Because if you take a look, let me just draw a little line over here. You'll notice that this is the total and this is the number of guards. And so as long as I compare the same things in the same way, we're good. Watch this. Total and then guards. Here we go. So everyone, for the first one here, we have 96 for the total. And I'll just go ahead and say X for the number of guards. So 96 total over X, which is what we're looking for. Up next, on the other side, again, comparing the same things in the same way, we have 12 for the total over here. So I'll put 12 up top. And then 5 for the number of guards. And that'll go right here on the bottom. There we are. So now up next, we can choose to cross multiply and divide, or we might want to try to see if we can notice a convenience. The convenience here is that 12 can go into 96. Everyone, how many times does 12 go into 96? Yeah, that's going to be a multiplication factor of 8 times 8. So everyone, here's the rule. The cool thing about proportions is that, again, comparing the same things in the same way, it rules. Because if you go right to left times 8 on the top, you can go times 8 right to left on the bottom. Everyone, what's 5 multiplied by 8? Yeah, that's 40. And there you go. There's our answer, and we are good. Again, we can also choose to try to cross multiply and divide. If we do that, that's going to be 12 times x. And then we have 96 multiplied by 5, which ends up becoming 480. And then dividing by 12 gives us the same exact answer. X equals 40, which is answer choice A. And there we go. All good with this one here.